Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Now we are going to start our physics class. In today's session, we just start with the numericals, right? So in the starting, we'll do the Miller indices here. So here, okay. We'll start the first one. Is your right. Find the now find the find the mm, right here Miller indices. Miller indices of we'll just starting uh, we'll just start it we start with the Miller indices of the intercepts right here right. Intercepts, right? Probably it may be some right, you have some differences here in the this session. 2a comma 2a comma 3b comma 3c. Now, these are the Miller indices intercepts. In the examination, he will ask you find the Miller indices of this planes which is given as 2a, 3b, and 3c. Now, how we are going to find out? So, in today's session, we'll just go for this derivation part, numericals. Particularly, we'll try to do the numericals, right? So, how to locate this? We'll just write 2a here. Just write 2a comma 2b comma and 3c. Like this you have to write what is given in the um, problem. So then what you are going to write, a comma b comma c, these are the intercepts. So this you'll find that wherever you'll get this type of intercepts, 2a 2b 3c, what you have to write, a comma b comma c. So this is called this is uh, your what you can say intercepts, and what you have to write, 2 just a minute, 2 comma 3 comma 3. Now this is the coefficients of this lattice parameters. Now we'll right, so we just go for it, then so now in this one we'll just erase it and we'll again do this. So the question in the examination, or the general question, will be given in this particular format. So what do you have to do now? Mm, so this is the question. So again, just I will make a right. We'll just again write the question and then we'll proceed with the right. So here in the examination, he will give you find the yeah, find the find the Miller indices Miller indices of of the plane plane which makes intercepts, right? Intercepts, what are that intercepts? 2a comma 3b comma 3c. Now this is the question he will be asking you in the examination. Find the Miller indices of the plane which makes the intercepts 2a comma 3b comma 3c. Now what we have to do is that for this type of question we need to find out the Miller indices, right? So now I think that you got an idea that what will be the type of question he will be asking you. So in this particular session we are going to do some numericals, right? So I think that everybody noted down the intercepts. Just note down the intercepts, right? So that intercepts will calculate the Miller indices of these intercepts. Now how we have to do that? First of all, we need to write this 2a comma, what is the intercepts given? uh, 2b comma 3b comma 3c is given, right? Now this is given. So what you have to write? Write the coefficients first. 2 comma 3 comma 3. So next, what you are going to write? Write the reciprocals. 1 by, see, 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3 comma 1 by 3. Now, so take LCM. Now what you are going to write? Take LCM. Take LCM of 2 comma 3 comma 3, which is 6, right? So now what you have to do? You need to multiply this, right? 1 by 2 into 6 comma 1 by 3 into 6 comma 1 by 3 into 6. So what ultimately you will get here now, which is equal to, now he will write here, right? Which is equal to 3, right? Right, and then 2, then again 2. Now this is your Miller indices. So the Miller indices of the question, right? The question which is given here, we have started with the solution. So the intercepts is given 2a comma 3b 3c, and the coefficients of a is, what is the coefficient of a? 2. What is the coefficient of b? 3. What is the coefficient of c? 3. So just we have to write down the coefficients of the given intercepts. So 2, 3, 3 we have written, then 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and 1 by 3. So now you have to take the LCM of 2 comma 3 comma 3. So after taking the LCM of 2 comma 3 comma 3, you will get 6. Now whatever the LCM you got, so you have to just multiply that LCM 1 by 2 into 6, right? That, and then 1 by 3 into 6, 1 by 3 into 6, 3, 2, 2. So what is the Miller indices we got for the intercepts? 2a comma 3b comma 3c. We got the value as 3, 2, 2. So this is the Miller indices of the what you can say given question. Now in the next one, right? So I think that you got understood. See, you understood this type of question. Now we'll go for the other one, right? We'll just erase it. So like this, we need to do that. This is the first numerical. So see, I have already explained you on the PPT, but I need to explain right it again. So I thought of explaining this in this particular fashion. So now I think that you got an idea how to calculate the Miller indices. Now see, now we'll go for the next same what is the type of question. So there may be some change, right? So in the examination we will ask you some change, different question will be asked to you. So like this you will go for the next one. So what will be the question? Write it this, right? We'll just write it down. Find the, write everybody, right? Where with me you can just write it down in the running notes. Find the Miller indices of, right, I will write it down here, of 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 set of parallel, write it down, right? So like I'm going to write, you just write it down in the running notes, that such that you should have parallel parallel planes which makes, right here, right, which makes, see, which makes intercept in the ratio, that is what, 3a is to 4b, right, on the x and y axes and are parallel to z axis, right? You can just make a note of it. See, find the Miller indices of set of parallel planes which makes the intercept in the ratio 3a is to 4b on the x and y axes and are parallel to z axis. This type of question will be asked in the examination, same thing. So in the previous section we just had the question that find the Miller indices of a plane that makes the intercept 2a comma 3b comma 3c, right? So here somewhat there is a difference, and what is that difference? See here the intercept ratio is given 3a is to 4b on the x and y axis, and which is parallel to z axis, right? I think that you got an idea of type of questions which will be asked in the examination. And see here, so here, so I've just erase it. I think that you have written. So everybody, please write it down in the running notes such that you should be you should make a practice of it, so you'll easily understand it. Right. So now the solution of this, we'll just go for the solution, right? Right. Now we start with this solution. So what you will do in this particular section, we'll just write it down what is given, right? Intercept, what are the intercept given? 3a is to c. We'll just write it down. 3a is to 4b, right? And what you have to write here is to. Now this is infinity c and parallel to z axis. So what you are going to write? 3a is to 4b is to infinity c. Now this type of thing that you have to do whenever this type of question is asked. Now we'll just write it down the coefficient 3 comma 4 comma infinity. So we have written the coefficient, whatever the coefficient is given. So now reciprocal of this 1 by 3 comma 1 by 4 comma 1 by infinity. The next step, so 3 and 4 take, see, take the LCM of 3 comma 4. Now if you take an LCM of 3 comma 4, so what will you get? 12, right? So 1 by 3 into 4 into 2, 12 comma 1 by 4 into 12, right? And 1 by infinity is 0. I think everybody got an idea. See, again I'm repeating. 3a is to 4b is to infinity c. Why you have written infinity? You can just see the question. In the question, the ratio is given 3a is to 4b with respect to x and y axis, and it is parallel to z axis. So it is written infinity. Whenever the parameter is parallel to z axis, so we'll just write it down as infinity. So 3 comma 4 comma infinity is written here. So the next step that what we have to do is reciprocal 1 by 3, 1 by 4 comma 1 by infinity. Now you have to take the LCM of 3 comma 4. So if you take the LCM of 3 comma 4, so what you will get? Take the LCM of 3 comma 4 is 12. So 1 by 3 into 12 into in 1 by 3 into 12 comma 1 by 4 into 12, and 1 by infinity is 0. Now 3 4s are, so 12, 4 3s are 12. So what you are going to write here? See here. So what we are going to write here? What it will come? 4 comma 3 comma 0. You will get 4 comma 3 comma 0. So now this is the value you got after simplification, right? This 3, right? 3 and 12 by 3 is 4. 1 by 4, 12 by 4 is 3, and this is 0 as it is. So how we will write the Miller indices here? So now the Miller indices. So how we are going to write? We have to remove that commas, right, while writing the Miller indices. So what do you write? 4, 3 and 0. So we got the Miller indices of the which one? 3a is to 4b, which is making the intercept 3a is to 4b and x and y axis and parallel to z axis. So we have written, so see again I'm repeating 3, you can just write it down, right? So in the running notes, right? 3 comma 4 and infinity as it is I have written reciprocal of 3 is 1 by 3 comma 1 by 4 comma 1 by infinity. So take the LCM of 3 comma 4. So you have to take the LCM of 3 comma 4, you will get the LCM as 12. 1 by 3 into 12 comma 1 by 4 into 12. So 4, 3, comma 0. So Miller indices can be written as 4, 3, 0. So now, so this is the different type of two types of question which may be asked in the examination, right? So here again you can just do numerous number of examples by from the test book, right? Okay, everybody. Now this is one type, two different types of questions that we have solved in today's class. So now we'll go for the next type of numerical. So we will just start this third numerical. So the next class also will do some derivation like this, right? So now please make a note of it that wherever there is a difficulty in understanding the numericals and derivation, we'll do it by this method, right? Now, so we'll go for the next problem, next type of problem. See, what will the next type of problem? See, the next one that may be asked in the examination. So that will be the third important question. So what will be the question? Calculate, please write it down, right? Calculate the interplanar spacing, right? Calculate the interplanar spacing, right, of right, of 1 1 2 plane, of 1 1 2 plane, of 1 1 2 planes of tetragonal 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 spacing, tetragonal spacing, tetragonal spacing, or you can just write it down as lattice, right? So it will be better if you write that as lattice. Okay, so now, so right, this is we'll going to write here tetragonal lattice. Please write it down. So which is now the condition will be given where a is equal to b is equal to 2.5. The lattice parameters or lattice constant is given like this, and c is equal to 2.6 angstrom. Now this type of see, in the examination this type of question will be asked. Calculate the interplanar spacing of 1 1 2 planes of tetragonal lattice, and the lattice parameters which is given. See, planes means here h is 1, k is 1, and l is 2. So a is equal to b, b is equal to 2.5 angstrom, and c is given as 2.6 angstrom. So you can just write it down, the solution. Now how, what will be the solution? See, the solution, we'll write it down, the solution of it. So what is given for, first of all, the given data, right? H is equal to 1, comma, k is equal to 1, right, semicolon, l is equal to hkl, l is equal to what is given? 2, and it is given here. So we need to find out the interplanar spacing. So what is that interplanar spacing? D. Now what is the formula we are which is related to D, H, K, L? So what is that formula for tetragonal? It is given as this here. D is equal to H square by A square for tetragonal. You can just see the notes, right? So for tetragonal, K square by B square plus L square by C square. Now this is whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. Now this bracket will come here. So now h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. Now, so here we'll just write it down what is given. See, a is given here, h is what? 1. So just what we are going to write? 1 square by 2.5 square plus k is what? 1 square by what is b? 2.5 square plus c is what? 2.6 square by c is what? 2 square. Now whole to the power of what is given? Minus 1. You can just take your scientific calculators and you can just do it, right? So now this is the value of d. See, we are finding out the value of d. What is the formula? D is equal to h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. So just substitute whatever it is given, right? The data, h is 1 square by A square is 2.5 square and K is 1 square by 2.5 square plus 2.6 square by 2 square. Now ultimately if you solve it by using the scientific calculator, so what is the value you will get here? D is equal to 1.05 angstrom. By using the scientific calculator you just find out this square. By individually you can do it, right? So we started with this question, again repeating. Calculate the interplanar spacing of 112 plane of tetragonal lattice, which is A is equal to B is equal to 2.5 angstrom and C is equal to 2.6 angstrom. H value, K value, L value is given here. We need to find out the value of D, and D is equal to H square by A square plus K square by B square plus L square by C square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. So now 1 square by 2.5 square plus 1 square by 2.5 square plus 2.6 square by 2 square whole to the power of minus 1 by 2. Now ultimately we will get the value as D is equal to 1.05 angstrom. Now this is the interplanar spacing for the tetragonal lattice, right? So we'll move to the next problem. See, we'll just move to the next one. We'll just erase it, right? So I think that you got an idea regarding this third type of problem which may be asked in the examination. So, right? So simultaneously you can just write it down, right? Now, right, we'll go for the next type of the problem now. See here. Here, we start with the third one. In the examination regarding Bragg's law, he will may ask you. See here, like this. The Bragg angle. Third, we'll go for the next one. The Bragg angle. Please write it down. The Bragg angle. The Bragg angle corresponding to the first order. Please write it down, everybody. First order reflection. First order reflection. First order reflection from the plane. So what is that plane we are talking about? From the plane. What is that plane? 1, 1, 1. Now this is the plane in a crystal. Please write it down. In a crystal. Right, or what is given in is how much? The Bragg angle is 30 degrees. So now when X-rays of see here, when X-rays of wavelength 1.75 angstrom are used, calculate the interplanar spacing. See, calculate, just a minute. Right, we'll do this. Right, calculate the interplanar spacing. Right, this was the question. It may be asked in the examination. This is the third type of question. So the Bragg angle corresponding to the first order reflection from the plane 1, 1, 1 in a crystal is 30 degrees. When X-rays of wavelength 1.75 angstrom are used, calculate the calculate the interplanar spacing. So now please make a note of it. I think that ample of time is given to you now. Everybody has please make a note of it. So now the Bragg angle corresponding to the first order reflection, the Bragg angle corresponding to the first order reflection from the plane 111, right, from the plane 111 in a crystal, right, is 30 degrees, right. I think everybody has written. So the Bragg angle is 30 degrees. See, when X-rays of wavelength 1.75 angstrom are used, then what is the, you just calculate the interplanar spacing, right. So we have need to calculate the interplanar spacing. So how we are going to calculate it? See, now we need to calculate the interplanar spacing here. So now what is the formula, basic formula for Bragg's condition? What is the Bragg's condition? So write a Bragg's condition. Bragg's condition is what? 2d sine theta is equal to n lambda. So we need to find out the value of sine d, right? So d how will obtain? N lambda by 2 sine theta. Now this is the what you can say, the formula from which we can obtain the interplanar spacing. So what is given in the question? Bragg angle corresponding to first order. First order means n is equal to 1. So what is the next important aspect? So d is given, n is given, lambda, how much lambda? Lambda is what? 1.75 angstrom. It is also given. Theta is given. Theta, what is theta? Theta is equal to 30 degrees. So n is given, lambda is 1.75 angstrom, theta is given. You just substitute here, you will get the value of d. Now, see here, d is equal to, now d is equal to, n is what? Write it down, 1 into 1.75 divided by 2 into sine 30 is what? Directly I am writing, right? Sine 30 is what? 1 by 2. So this and this get cancelled. So what is remaining? 1.75. So what is that 1.75 angstrom? This is the value of the interplanar spacing. So now we got the value of d. Value is how much? 1.75. Now, so we need to see, plane is also given, right? H111 plane is given, right? So we need to use that also. So right, please write it down. This Bragg's condition is given 2d sine theta is equal to n lambda. So d is equal to n lambda by 2 sine theta. N is 1, lambda is 1.75 angstrom, theta is given. So we need to find out d value. So 1.75 is given here. So now we'll so he says that calculate the interatomic spacing, right? Interplanar spacing we calculated. So we need to calculate the interatomic spacing. So interatomic spacing is given by A. So we need to calculate the exact value of A. So interplanar spacing, see, this one type of problem is completed. So if we ask you the interplanar spacing, d is equal to 1.75 angstrom is over. If we, in the same question, if we ask you interatomic spacing, in the same question, if we ask you interatomic spacing, so everybody has written this. So this is, I think, this is over. So just I'm erasing it, right? Now, if interplanar spacing is been asked to you, this type of right, up to this 1.75 angstrom, this is very simple. Interatomic spacing is asked to you, then how what you do? Now we got the value as d is 1.75. So now, see, now we'll just write it down. See, if he ask you interatomic spacing, spacing is d, that we have calculated, and it is found to be 1.75 angstrom. So if he ask you interatomic space, instead of spacing, interatomic, right, interatomic distance is d. So interatomic, the spacing is d. So otherwise he will ask you the same one, right? So 1.75 angstrom, this is over. Interatomic spacing is here. If he ask you a value, see, a is given, just a minute, right? Interatomic spacing, interplanar, see, a, if he ask you a, what is a value? So now how we will calculate the same problem? See, we are continuing with the same problem. What is that? A is equal to root of h square plus k square plus L square into D. So A, what is plane given? 1, you already know, 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square, right? Into D is what? 1.75. So A value what you will get? Root 3, right? Root 3 into 1.75. So A value you will get interatomic spacing 3.03 angstrom. You just calculate by using the calculator. You'll get this value. So you know that root 3 is what? 1.73. See, what is the value of root 3? So 1.73 into 1.74, you will get the value as 3.30 angstrom. So make a note of it. Okay. So now with this, right, we'll do one more problem and we'll end this class, today's class. The same thing, right? Same thing he will be, for the same type of question will be asked with different intercepts or the planes, right? So with this, we'll just wind about wind our class now. So one problem will do. So I think you got an exact idea of how to calculate the interplanar spacing. Interplanar spacing is D. Interatomic spacing is A. Right? I'm just erasing it. Right. The last problem of today's class. Let's do the last problem. So in the examination, this may be asked you. We will ask you this type of question also. Right. So now we'll go for the next question, last question, today's class, last question. So what will be the type of question will ask you? Now calculate the, see, calculate the interplanar spacing. What is that interplanar spacing? Sorry, 3 to 1, right? Right, for 3 to 1 plane, for 3 to 1 plane, please write it down, right? In a simple cubic lattice, right? So, and whose lattice constant is given as? Whose lattice constant, lattice constant, constant A is equal to 4.2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Now, so we need to calculate this. Calculate the interplanar spacing 3 to 1 plane in a simple cubic lattice whose lattice constant, sorry, this is constant A. Now this is what you can say, like up to here, so you just make a note of, right? So now this is the lattice constant value. It will be given in the bracket. So now, so everybody please write it down. Calculate the interplanar spacing 3 to 1 plane in a simple cubic lattice whose lattice constant is given as 4.2 into 10 power of minus 2 minus 10 meters. So how we'll perform with the answer now? See here, solution. The solution for this is D. HKL plane is 3 to 1, which is equal to 4.2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 A, right, divided by root of h square is 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. So how you got this? This is actually A by root of h square plus k square plus L square. For simple cubic lattice here, for a simple cubic lattice, so you will get this type of formula, A by root of h square plus k square plus L square. What is A? A we have written in the question, right? You can just see. So 3, h is what? H is 3. This is what here? This is h, this is k, and this is L. So h is 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. We have written, see. So what will be the ultimate answer we get? And the next see is equal to 4.2 into 10 power of minus 10 whole divided by, sorry, this is whole divided by root 14. Can calculate with the scientific calculator, right? So 1.123 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. Or else you can write this as also can be written as 1.1 1.123 angstrom. So calculate the interplanar spacing of 3 to 1 plane in a simple cubic lattice whose lattice constant A is equal to 4.2 into 10 power of minus 10 meters. So D 3 to 1 is equal to 4.2 into 10 power of minus 2 root of 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square, which is given as A by root of h square plus L square, right? This is for simple cubic. So simple cubic, this is the basic formula. We have just substituted instead of A this value and this value. So now we got 1.123. So 4.2 in 10 power of minus 10 divided by 14, which is equal to 1.123 into 10 power of minus 10 meter. So ultimately we'll get 1.123 angstrom. So I think that with this we have just completed the different types of numericals. So in the later class, right, we'll go for derivation also. In the same manner, we'll do the derivation, right? So if you again see if you have any problem with these numericals, or if you have not understood anything, you can just post it in the group. So definitely I will try to uh, solve your queries regarding the numericals and regarding the topics of whatever the topics we have completed in the unit 1. So with this we have completed our unit 1. So derivation part, again if you want, we'll just do it in the next class, the derivation of Schottky and the uh, Frankel defect. So for that again we'll use this type of arrangement, right? So okay, thank you everyone, thank you for your patience. With this we'll just end our today's class, right? Okay, so thank you.